Ah! Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man, swigging whiskey. Well, that's a surprise for you. Right, you see me now sporting the ancient Mackenzie tartan. Those of you who know me well know that that's my favourite tartan of all time, and it's a very rare one to get hold of, and I love it. Sadly, it's a little bit too large for me, so I have to kind of fold it over if I'm not wearing a belt. And also, I don't know if you can see this. This is an unusual Mad Max t-shirt. As you can see, what they've done here, they've kind of given a Game of Thrones sort of, you know, the House of Max sort of look to it, with a bit of a crest sort of thing. And there you have the Ford Falcon, you know, last of the V8 Interceptors, awesomeness. And sitting atop that, you have a dog. Now, in Mad Max 2, he has a dog, but it's an Australian blue, which are quite smut. Speaking of dogs, one's just appeared. There it is there. And I like this design because although it's not the proper dog from Mad Max 2, it looks like a bit of a German Shepherd, or is it a Husky dog? There's a Husky dog there, so we can do a bit of a comparison. And there is some kind of slogan there which says something like, because you're reading it the right way, I can't see it, just know you're better. Just know, hang on, just know you're better and walk away. Nah, know that you're better and kick ass is what I say. So folks, I hope you're all doing very well. This is day of lockdown. And we've got this for quite some foreseeable time to come. I think I said to you last time about work-wise, I was dead lucky in that our place got closed down before they could give us laptops, because poor Mrs. Kilt-Man's working from home. Or rather, on the other side of my face, because I got a message today from work that I'm getting a laptop sent to me. Oh shit! Shit! That means this guy here, this guy with the cheeky grin, it's gonna start working again. Oh, it's gonna pan out. I'm crap at laptops. You know, I'm alright with an archaic bloody, you know, the PC and a proper keyboard, but little laptops and, oh Jesus, I don't know. Don't know how it's all gonna pan out. But all of a sudden, you know, hey, the limbo of fun has ceased to be. So after Easter, I may well be working again. God damn it. Anyway, folks, today, so my dog just sneezed off camera there. It's COVID, COVID-19, canine COVID. Loads of stuff arrived in the post today, loads and loads. And you know, sometimes I like to do an unboxing, sometimes I like to say, hey, this arrived today. And sometimes when more than one thing arrives, it's nice to just go, I got this, I got that, I got this. Because there's things behind, all the things that I got will be discussed properly in full-length video, which you will see. Sorry, what you can't see right now is that the dog is now undertaking some gardening. She has now stripped some dead branches, dead twigs off the tree over there, and is now going to sit there and chomp them, adding to the ambience of the great outdoors. So what did we get in the post today, Kilt-Man? Well, we got Ken Russell's lavish, camp and horrific Lair of the White Worm. This is awesome. I love this movie. Ken Russell has done a lot of great genre movies. Obviously, The Devils with Oliver Reed, infamous of course. Then Altered States with William Hurt. Gothic with Gabriel Byrne and Timothy Spall and Julian Sands, and I like that as well. And he did this, Amanda Donohoe looking ravishing as a snake woman. You even got Hugh Grant in there and Peter Capaldi. It's a great movie. I haven't seen it in donkey's years, but I'm going to be watching that very soon, and I will obviously give you the full lowdown on it. Awesome stuff. We also got, wait to see this. We got a baseball bat, yes. We got a big wooden slugger, yeah. Now, why, Kilt-Man? Why did you get yourself a baseball bat? Well, not because I'm playing baseball. You got no Babe Ruth over here, that's for certain. Babe Ruth, by the way, that's the only name I know to do with baseball, because the rest of baseball I haven't got a fucking clue about. I just know that someone chucks a ball at you and you just fucking whack it. But other than that, these things are used extensively in movies. And when the postie delivered this today, and it came in like a baseball baseball shaped package, you know, it wasn't in a box or nothing like that. He went, oh, you're going to take up baseball, you know, while we're in lockdown. And I said, oh no, it's for cosplay. And he went, ah, don't tell me. Negan from Walking Dead. And I went, no. I said, have you ever seen Escape from New York? And he went, Snake Plissken? And I went, yeah. He went, I love Snake Plissken. Do you? Well, remember that sequence where he fights Slag in the ring with baseball bat and then a spiked baseball bat with a bin lid for a shield? I said, yeah. He said, I'll be doing that. Because that's why I've got it, folks. What I'm going to do, I am not going to be a fool and knock nails through this. A, because I'm such a cack-handed, you know, sort of guy when it comes to hammers and tools and stuff that I'd end up sending myself to, you know, intensive care. So I'll mock it up. I'll stick nails on either side, sort of thing. But I'll do versions because you know I've got some videos lined up, some Escape from New York parody videos. You know, because I'm a big devout fan of Snake Plissken, I can do parody videos. It's allowed. It's justified. Because I'm not taking the piss. I'm doing it out of love. So I'm going to reenact certain scenes, and the baseball bat is going to come in very handy. Also, one of my other favourite films of all time is Walter Hill's The Warriors, and I've got the vest. I've got that awesome Warriors vest, and of course, one of the great sequences involves them fighting the baseball furies, which the baseball furies are made out to be, you know, these real badasses. They wear clown makeup, and their weapon of choice is the baseball bat. They look horrific and terrifying. But the minute they come across the Warriors kick 7 shades of shit out of them. And then just walk off with their bats, you know. But, so, Warriors stuff, and any that follow me on Facebook will know, you know, how often I do photo shoots of ridiculousness. But this is going to come in very handy. So, I thought, I'll have one. I don't know much about them. This is the biggest size that you can get. This is a 34-inch one. No half measures for Kilt-Man. Come on now. And it's a proper slugger. It is not. I know a lot of the wooden bats are hollow, but this one does not feel or sound hollow to me. So they're hollow for a reason. I don't know the full science behind, you know, hitting a stupid ball with one of these things. I don't understand it. I know that some are cupped, which means that this bit here at the end is sort of concave. It sort of dips in like that, and the idea behind that is to give it a bit less weight at the end, which apparently gives, this is the theory, this gives the hitter more time on the ball. Well, I don't know, it's only what I read, and so it gives them better hitting accuracy, and the ball will be in flight for longer and go further. That's the science behind that. So there you go. I've got a baseball bat. Yeah, man! And the weird thing is, Kilt daughter, 13 years old, she went, what's that? Is that a baseball bat? And I unwrapped it. Can I have that? No. Oh, why not? Well, it's mine. Let me have a go on it. I gingerly passed it over to her. I only got this back off her about 3 hours later on, because she's been swinging it around. She's been like, I'm imagining someone's there and that's their head. Bang, bang. Oh God, what have I unleashed? What goes through her mind? You know. Anyway, there you go. We also have, now this is cool, 4D. 4D is a regular contributor to the channel, and he recommended that I get this because he knows how much I love these movies. It's a Universal Film Scripts series, Classic Horror Films Volume 5, and it is for Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, one of my all-time favourites, the vintage Universal horror run. You know, once they began to do the monster mashes where all the monsters sort of gang together, which is, you know, which the idea for like the likes of the Avengers in comics, where heroes would meet together and supervillains would meet together and all battle each other. Well, the genesis is formed in films like this. This was the first one that threw together monsters. After that, you get Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Hunchback. So you get it'd all be rolled into it, like. But this was the first one. L.C. Kenton Was it L.C. Kenton directed it? Here we go. This is the sort of thing that I can normally rattle off, you know, quite easily, but you know what I'm like. Hang on a second. I'm just going to find out if I'm right about the director, and if I'm wrong, that's really going to piss me off. It's Roy William Neill. Shit. Anyway, it don't matter. Bela Lugosi plays Frankenstein's monster in this, and many of you will know that due to a lot of, you know, fuck-ups when it came to the screenplay and production of the movie, the monster is meant to be blind in this one. He's also meant to speak. Bela Lugosi did speak throughout this, and this book contains a huge swathe of pictures and behind-the-scenes stuff, interviews and stuff, like with the writer Kurt Siodmak, who had done the original Wolfman, which is which you know is one of my all-time favourite movies. And although this is actually a more action-packed Wolfman movie, it's possibly his best outing as the Wolfman. There's certainly a bigger body count and more action going on in it. But the monster could speak, and yet he was blind. But when they showed it to a test audience, Bela Lugosi's thick Hungarian accent reduced them to convulsions of laughter. What was great as, you know, a Transylvanian Count Dracula did not translate well to this. And yet the weird thing is, it should have worked, because this film comes after Ghost of Frankenstein, where Igor, which Bela Lugosi played in Son of Frankenstein and Ghost of Frankenstein, he gets his brain put into the monster. So, and at the end of Ghost of Frankenstein, he speaks with Bela Lugosi's Igor voice. So it should really have gone on, but he's meant to be blind. So not only did he chop the dialogue out of it, and you see Bela Lugosi in the movie, his mouth is moving, and Lon Chaney as the Wolfman is obviously reacting to things he's saying, but you're not hearing any words come out. It's been chopped out, all this dialogue, and any reference to him being blind has been removed as well. So the poor guy is lumbering around like that, arms outstretched. And it is definitely true. When you speak to a kid and say, oh, do Frankenstein. No, if you're going to do Frankenstein, you should basically be pulling switches and levers and crying, it's alive, it's alive. Because the monster isn't called Frankenstein. The monster's just the monster, or the creature. The doctor is called Frankenstein. But everyone knows it, you know, everyone goes, oh, Frankenstein, some lost tribe of cannibals in deepest South America. And you say, like, Frankenstein, and they'll go, oh, like that. And they're basically imitating the way that Bela Lugosi played him, with the arms outstretched, you know, can't speak. So, Bela Lugosi's rendition, it definitely travelled, and it definitely has stayed, you know, the test of time. It is a wonderful movie. I love it to bits. It's got one of the best openings ever. And of course, this book has the original shooting script, so things are different in it. But the two grave robbers break into Lawrence Talbot's crypt, because Lawrence Talbot, who was the original Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr., they want to break in there to steal. They think he's been buried with his money and his, you know, his gold ring and all that. Like, and when they get in there and they break open the casket, what do you think you're going to find in there? Just bones. He'll just be bones by now. They're meant to be Welsh, but the accents are all over the damn show. And then when they break it open, like, he's covered in, like, what's all that? There's flowers and wolfbane. Why would there be wolfbane in there? And they remove the wolfbane. Of course, of all the nights to go and do it, it's a fucking full moon outside as well, which happens to shine through into the crypt. And they find the ring on his finger, and they're going to take the ring off, like, and then all of a sudden, they go, he looks like he's just asleep. He hasn't decomposed or withered at all. I made that line up. That isn't in the film at all. And all of a sudden, you know, the guy who's going to take the ring just looks around at his mate and just goes, help me, because the long clawed hand has suddenly come alive and clamped onto his, and he's like, ugh, and his mate just fucking runs off and leaves him, like, and you just hear this horrible gibbering scream, and like, oh, it's just outstandingly good. Well, that's all in there, as well as some fabulous pictures. don't know if you're going to be able to see this too well, but I want to show you this. Well, you know, here's Wolfie anyway. The pictures aren't reproduced particularly brilliant. I love that shot of him on top of these bales. That's his first night after coming back to life again and killing the gravedigger. He ends up in Cardiff, which is fucking miles away from where he was buried, entombed. He kills a copper and all that, like, on the rampage. There's where he ends up in the air. He fought avoiding pursuers as he travelled across Europe to try and find Dr. Frankenstein, because he wants Dr. Frankenstein, who is here, has the power of life and death. You know, he can finally kill him because he can't die because he's cursed, you know. And that's where he falls into the ice cavern, where he will find Frankenstein's monster totally, you know, ensnared in the ice cave. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. But I'm trying to find... Where is it now? Come on. Jesus Christ. Behind the scenes shots. You see that? Lon Chaney in full costume there, lying with his favourite dog. That's Moose. Moose was a police dog on the set of Universal, and I do believe it become his dog. And Moose even gets a part in this movie. And there you see him again, like, you see him down here. And he knows that's Lon inside that makeup. My dog, which has now disappeared, of course, after causing bedlam and mayhem all around the garden. You know me in the masks and the costumes and all that kind of shit. Like, a new mask will turn up, and I'll open the package and I'll put it on, and the dog just knows exactly who I am. The dog just goes, "Well, it's you again. What have we got this time?" Sometimes when I get like a werewolf mask and it's covered in fur, she shows a lot more interest in that. Like, maybe she recognises it. A kindred spirit. But that is a wonderful book, and 4D, you got on just in time, because you told me about these books, and I kind of, you know, I'll get them. And then he come on one time and said, like, look, they've dropped the price, you know, get it now. So I did, I ordered it, and straight away they put the price back up again. So, cheers, my friend. Now, speaking of my friends out there, and deliveries, yes, you know him, you love him. It's Steve 007 Smith, has been up to his old tricks again, and he's sent me something today which I haven't opened. I know not what this is, but I do love this little, you know, that's the mask from I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, by the way. And it says, "Hey Posty, please do not bend or the monsters will get you. classicmonsters.com/shop." What the hell is in here? I love this. Thing is, I always do this wrong, you know, because I do it as a bit of like, it's a surprise to me. So ordinarily, whatever film this relates to, and it definitely relates to a film, because by now, Steve, I know it's going to be a movie, and I'm thinking presumably it's something exceptionally classic, maybe. I would normally play the music to go alongside this. Excuse me, folks, I've got a hair in my mouth. God. You know, I've even tied my hair back and it still manages to get in me, up my nose, in my eyes, in my mouth. So, anyway, I can't play the music. Oh God. I've got to be careful doing this, because you don't know. Steve's the one that's been sending the box art, canvas prints, and the good, the bad and the ugly, and one for the Wolfman, which is just truly incredible. Open here, and I was the one mangling that bit. I still can't get into it. How the hell have they anchored that down? That is just, you know, the one time I could have done with having the ski and do to slip this open. Okay, folks. Again, I don't know what this is at all. It's a shipping notice. How did he know about this? the gods, the gods of symmetry. That's absolutely bizarre. Exclusive deluxe collector's item edition. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. So folks, today, what's arrived? There's a script book, right? And behind the scenes stuff. I'm just going to shoot the script. This, and there's the poster again. By the way, I'm going to speak about the poster. I've always loved this. You know, the fight does not look like that. That was very, very early, you know, publicity hype art for it. That's clearly Boris Karloff's Frankenstein monster there, not the Bela Lugosi look. And the Wolfman never looked like that. But I do like that image. I mean, that's a hell of a punch that's going to come in there, isn't it? That's a hell of a slammer. You know, forget about this being a slugger. That was going to slug old Wolfie in the chops there. And I love the way that, you know, the word Frankenstein is all like bolts and rivets, because it implies science and, you know, ingenuity. And the Wolfman is all like shivery sort of fairy lettering. Love that. So, Steve, cheers, mate. Once again, you've played an absolute blinder. Let's have a look at the. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeff Goldblum just arrived on that. Then, you know, The Fly. You only know society's hard line about the flesh. Oh my God. All right. There's another publicity shot there. So yeah, you can see the vast difference between the way Lugosi looks, and it's Jack P. Pierce did the makeup again for these guys, you know. And they start off as companions, as buddies. They will end up scrapping. Oh, look, see, look, there's the end. The two grave diggers, look, and the hand that's got him, and he's going, "Help me, help me." He just basically gives up. Look at that picture there. This is where he comes to in the hospital in Cardiff. If you look at Lon Chaney's face there, and then you think to the remake with Benicio del Toro, Benicio del Toro looks just like that in the movie. So that was inspired. The film, I have a lot of misgivings about, but I've reviewed it in the past, and you know how much I do love the film, but it is not the best. It's fun, but it's stupid. It misses a few beats. there's a good look. That's when he's going to get full strength back, and he starts smirking. But look at that. The original, you know, werewolf makeup. You had seen Henry Hull in The Werewolf of London, which was set a good few years before this was made, and Jack P. Pierce did the makeup for that. And a lot of people go, "Oh, well, that makeup was just like a trial run for what the better look is there." And it's definitely true that Henry Hull's makeup is very threadbare when it comes to the actual fare. There's not much. Nice widow's peak, nice eyebrows on him, and nice fangs and an adjusting chin, and a good underbite. And to me, he looks scarier than that does. I mean that, because I grew up with that image. I've always thought him kind of cuddly, you know. They're very good quality stills, aren't they? Very good indeed. Look at that. There's a Lon Chaney Jr., the son of Lon Chaney Sr., had a very tough upbringing with his old man. And he was an alcoholic, Lon Chaney. He became a very sort of stolid, bulky, lumpen, you know, hardly Hollywood good-looking guy, you know. But there's an early publicity still for him. Look at him. He was a good-looking fella to begin with. And then, of course, alcohol. Oh, which doth remind me, because, you know, the thing is, I don't like being too good-looking, so that's why I throw stuff like this down my neck, to try and, you know, because otherwise it's just too much for people to handle. That's for you, Lon, and for you, Steve. Cheers, Steve. And for you, 4D, as well. Oh, hell. all here. But yeah, he was a good looking guy, wasn't he? You know, it's hard to believe that that would transform into, well, pretty much that. So you've got like bios of Lon Chaney and Bela Lugosi. Patrick Knowles, who plays Frankenstein, well, the descendant of Frankenstein, he was the big scientist. Actually, he's not the descendant of Frankenstein, he's the doctor from Cardiff in Wales who ends up meeting Ilona Massey, who is a Frankenstein. She's a descendant of Colin Clive's Frankenstein, you know? It's just fantastic. A Tale of Two Monsters. You've got some colourised publicity lobby cards. Yes, the fabulous ice cave. I love that. Love that. And in the film that follows, which is House of Frankenstein, the two of those, because in their climactic battle in Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, the dam is exploded by Patrick Knowles and it floods the castle, and these two get swept away, presumably to their deaths. As if you can kill a monster in the Universal series of movies. And they get uncovered, and they're both frozen in ice this time around for the next movie. The great Lionel Atwill. Oh, he's awesome. So many movies. Maria Uspensky, who's the gypsy. Like, I should dedicate an entire video to her because she is just awesome. She's the one who comes out with the mantra, even the man who's pure at heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon burns bright. Or is bright. There's different versions of it. Dennis Huey, who was Inspector Lestrade in the Basil Rathbone series of Sherlock Holmes movies. He's fantastic as well. Dwight Fry from the first two Frankenstein movies. It's got everyone in here, to be honest. In fact, that guy, the gravedigger, sorry, the grave robber, he was the gravedigger in the original Wolfman. And he also gets killed by the Wolfman in that as well. Roy William Neill, not L.C. Kenton, who directed the film. Look at that, again, you've got some early publicity art for it. You know, I love this sort of thing. You know, these are quite, you know, to get images like that, they're very, very rare because they're not at all, they don't depict what you see in the movie. The monsters don't look the same. And I've seen many, well, I've got lots of imagery from the publicity for this before the film had even begun to shoot. There's an interesting one. He's almost got grey hair. It looks like a Yeti in that. It's almost like snow-coloured hair. Like frosted Wolfie. There's Jack P. Pierce applying the makeup to Lon Chaney. It took him 6 hours to put that makeup on, 3 hours to take it off, and during the action, John P. Fulton did the photography, the lap dissolve photography. He had to stay still for hours while they took a frame, then another frame. He couldn't move a millimetre, so they actually nailed his fingertips. These two did not get along. They're both great artists in their own right, but the sheer tedium and pain and agony that Lon Chaney went through, the two of them just couldn't get along. You know, it went too far. They both admired each other, and in later years they did, you know, speak to one another, but at the time they weren't happy. Yes. Possibly one of the most common images of the Frankenstein monster strapped to a bloody, you know, table, awaiting electricity and lightning. To where I just wonder, just seeing how long I've got left on this recording. Here's a good picture. Ooh, you! There's another great picture. Look at the torment and the anguish on Lon Chaney's face. You know, he was a good actor. He did get sidelined a lot, but as he always maintained, you know, other people played Dracula, other people have played the Frankenstein monster. He's played Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and he's played the Mummy as well, and a slew of other monsters. But the Wolfman, he said, the Wolfman is mine. I alone portray the Wolfman, and my God, he did. What a bumper crop! What a bumper crop of stuff, folks. And a big thanks to Steve 007 Smith because once again said you played a blinder, and look how it happens. Because of 4D, I bought that script book. It arrives today, and not only that, but this turns up too. How does it happen? How does it happen, folks? I don't know. Anyway, we're still on lockdown, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your hands a lot. But we're meant to be about to hit the flattened part of the curve or whatever, you know. So, you know, maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. There better be, because I don't fancy working from home. Anyway, folks, I'm going to see you all later. Wow. See you soon.